Hi there, I'm Stacy, the encaustic mixed media artist behind Studio Stacy. Encaustic literally means to burn in. So I paint with beeswax and a torch, and because it's mixed media, pretty much anything else I can get my hands on. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Consider subscribing and joining this artsy community. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, which helps me get introduced to more like-minded artsy folks like yourself.
In today's video, I thought it would be fun to take you along for a week in the life of an encaustic artist. And we're starting on a Tuesday because that's when I decided to do this. So anyways, let's head to the studio and take you along for the week.
Morning all. So the other day I came into the studio and I think I said, I'm not sure if I did or didn't, that I was going to work on a big painting. I was clearing off the space to work on a big painting. Well, plans have changed, of course, and I'll flip the camera around and kind of show you what I'm thinking of doing in the studio the next couple days. All right, I'm thinking of doing one more of these leaf panels, and I have a panel prepped and ready to go, and I'm thinking of doing one more of these leaf panels because I think a fourth one would look good for the art show. All right, I just did a whole entire spiel about why I'm painting another one of these paintings and forgot to hit record, so let's try this for a second time. Anyways, if you've been here a little while, you know that I do one big art show, or I have done one big art show every year for the past several years. I think this is my third or fourth year, not 100% sure. Anyways, and it's the Port Warwick Art and Sculpture Festival. It's in Virginia. If you're in the area, highly recommend coming and checking it out. Lots of really great artists, fine artists, great talent at the show. So at any rate, I'm getting ready for that. And as I get closer to the show, I start to take a look at what paintings I'm going to take, what paintings I might want to paint, you know, sizes, things like that. And after looking at these, I think I need a fourth one so that when I hang them in the tent, I can group it like in a square of 4, if you will. And I think that's going to look the best. I'm going to sell them individual, unless of course somebody wants to buy all 4. But I'm going to sell them as individual paintings. I'm just kind of thinking about how it's going to look in the tent, and I think a group of 4 will work the best. So that's what I'm going to work on probably today and tomorrow. You've seen me do these leaf paintings now 3 times, 4 times if you include the last one. A set of 2, so probably just going to be a quick time lapse, but I thought I would include it in this week's video since I'm kind of doing a week in the life video and this is all part of it. So anyways, let's get to painting. All right, one more thing before I start painting, and I've decided that I need a blue colored background for this one. So I was initially thinking this set, since I haven't painted anything with this set of paints yet, but I really like how I think this blue is going to work with these other 3. So I think I'm going to use this blue for the background, and then, oops, sorry, out of camera there, and then this for the leaves. So just to let you know my thought process here.
Quick and easy couple hours in the studio today, and we will pick you back up tomorrow morning. Probably tomorrow morning. Anyways, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Good morning. We've apparently reached that time of year where long sleeves are needed in the morning. It's a little bit of a chilly kind of a start to the day. It's really pretty out, but it's a little chilly, and it's a little chilly here in the studio. Not quite ready to turn the heat on, and I think it's supposed to, well, it's definitely supposed to warm up today, and then later in the week it's supposed to get even hotter. So not turning the heat on, but deciding to bundle up a little bit. And yeah, I think fall is right around the corner, so super excited about that. Anyways, today's plan here in the studio is to finish this last leaf painting. And the other day I did some sketches of the northern red oak leaf and then scanned them into the computer, and I'm going to do a quick image transfer and then do the fine line details on this painting, which you've seen me do. So again, it's probably just I think time-lapse time for this, and then hopefully the rest of the week will be maybe a little bit more new and exciting for you all. So anyways, let's get this done, and yeah, we'll go from there. I think this painting is done. I'm going to leave the tape on it and just come back later on and take a look at it just to make sure. And it almost got done without any casualties, and I had one minor casualty. Let me flip the camera around and show you. I think you can see that, but yeah, I burnt my finger pretty darn well. So never had to use this stuff, but I do keep it handy in the studio, and I guess I'm glad I did, because I did stick some on the second I burnt it. Yeah, minor casualty. And really it was completely my own fault. I wasn't paying attention and grabbed the end of this hot tool instead of the handle. Like I said, never done it before, but you know, mistakes happen. So I'm gonna unplug these tools, just leave everything kind of a mess in here today, come back and take a look at it maybe when my finger's not hurting so bad and I can concentrate more on this, just to make sure that it is done. If I don't need any more, you know, final little touches, I think it's pretty good. But yeah, I will pick you up most likely tomorrow when I'm back in the studio. Fingers crossed that my finger is healed. At least it's not my right hand, it's my left hand. So, you know, there's a, I guess, bright side to this. Anyways, we will see you tomorrow. Morning all. Back in the studio, and it is a disaster. So first things first, I need to get the mess cleaned up again, and then I'm gonna try to prep some panels. Let me flip the camera around and show you what we got going on here. All right, here is the state of the studio, and these are the two panels that I need to prep. They have that gesso that turned yellow on me on them. So I need to tape the edges, re-gesso them. But first I need to clear off this space. As you can see, a little bit of a disaster. Not a disaster, but just needs cleaned up. So I need to take the tape off of that painting, get all these tools cleaned up, and that way make space for those two panels to prep them. And my plan for these 2 panels is to try to perhaps get 2 more paintings done before the upcoming art show. I don't have a whole lot of time to do that, so we're gonna see if it happens, but the plan for today is just to get them prepped with a couple coats of the white gesso on. Hopefully I can get that done. And then I don't know if I'll get any encaustic medium put down on them, but we'll see. This afternoon I have to run and do a couple errands, but yeah, just see where the time goes, how the day goes. But I'm gonna stop jabbering and get to cleaning up now. All right, cleaned off my space and I'm ready to put my favorite encaustic gesso down. I know I've mentioned this a million times, but it's worth mentioning again. It's the R&F encaustic gesso. This is now the only gesso I use with my encaustic. I love it. So got the blue tape out, gesso paintbrush, paint stick stir, just to stir that gesso up, and then I'm ready to go. These panels are now 1 coat of this gesso on. I could tell them from my hands, a little bit of a messy painter. Anyways, 1 coat of gesso on these, and I just kind of smeared the rest of the gesso that was left on the brush onto my sketchbook that actually was also primed with a couple pages were primed with that yellowy kind of gesso. So it turned yellow on the sketchbook too, so it's not just the panels, but at any rate, I'm not here to badmouth that other brand. Buy R&F gesso, encaustic gesso. That's my tip for all you encaustic artists out there. It doesn't yellow. So anyways, I have to let these panels now dry. I think I'm gonna have to put a 2nd coat on them. I normally do, so I think that's probably what I'm gonna do. Probably, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, get to do that later on today. Give them a couple hours to dry and then go from there. I have, I think I said earlier, a couple errands to run, and I don't know, maybe I'll take you along for the ride with those. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow, which is actually Friday, so it's kind of crazy. The week is flying by here, but yeah, we'll see how the rest of the day goes. All right, all back from errands, and I will flip the camera around here and show you my haul for the day. Most importantly, broken but delicious cookies. These are from a local bakery / restaurant, and whenever they have a box of them, we try to snag them up, and they just happen to have a box there. Broken but delicious. All right, all back from errands, and the first coat of paint is now dry on these panels. So I'm gonna put coat number 2 on, and you probably saw I went to a local farmer's market, and that was the errand I had to make, and then one other place, but got some veggies and some goodies, and yeah, now back here and ready to put coat number 2 on these. All right, coat number 2 is done. I have messy, painty hands again. And so I'm gonna let this dry. I'm probably gonna let this dry for a few days. So I'm probably was hoping to be able to get the wax on here, at least some encaustic medium, but I'm probably gonna let it dry for several days and probably just pick it back up next week. Tomorrow, like I said, was Friday. Fridays typically are a big, huge, major video editing day for me. Usually I take and edit the video that's coming out next week on Fridays. So that's what I'm going to be doing most of Friday. It takes probably several different kind of walkthroughs and watches and edits to complete a whole video, and it's a little time consuming. So that's tomorrow's plan, and yeah, I'll pick you back up for that, although I hate to say it's not super exciting. I know I keep saying that. I should stop saying that. But you know, sometimes the business of art and a YouTube creation isn't always that exciting, I guess. Although I'm rambling a lot here, but I really do like editing videos. It's kind of a fun, little slightly different creative avenue. So yeah, I'll see you for that.
Happy Friday and welcome to Video Editing Day, where I will spend most of the time editing the next week's video and trying not to make goofy, funny faces like this while I do voiceovers and some B-roll. This is going to be the Summersville Lake video, which is already out. So if you missed that, I'll try to remember to link it up top here somewhere. I think it's a pretty good video. Lots of fun to edit and look back at our trip. And so, yeah, I'm going to just keep editing away the day here, and I'll pick you up. Actually, I'm planning on picking you back up Monday, even though it's going to be the following week. So I'll see you then.
All right, all coming at you from our kitchen today. And I know most of you know by now that I use Trello to do meal planning. And you might also know that I'm not a huge fan of leftovers. So what I like to do is make big batches of things, but then stick them in the freezer in individual packets so that I can, you know, I don't have to be cooking every single day, but I can mix it up. So today what I'm doing is making 2 batches of cabbage rolls, stuffed cabbage rolls, 2 batches of chicken pot pie filling. That's in the crock pot, the cabbage rolls I'm working on right now. And then I also made up a big container of chicken salad for us to have throughout the week for lunches. So, and then later on today, I'm hoping to make one more thing, but we'll just see how the time goes here. But I just thought I'd pick you up and let you know my secret to not having leftovers all the time, and also not having to cook, and that's individually packed freezer meals. And also, I like to not have to go to the grocery store constantly, so when I go, I stock up on all the fruits and veggies, and then I cook with them and am able to stick them in the freezer, so even though they're not fresh fruits and veggies, they're still yummy, delicious, and nutritious.
I'd say that was a very successful Monday. I managed to get several containers of the chicken pot pie and about, I believe it was 24 cabbage rolls. I also actually even managed to make a couple mini banana cream pies. So we're going to sit down and perhaps enjoy some of this food.
Hi all, video editing Stacy coming at you. I realize I never closed out this studio vlog, so I thought I'd do that now. And I hope you did enjoy kind of the week in the life video coming along. In the next studio video, I promise there's going to be more painting. I need to get those 2 panels that I put gesso on at least primed and ready with encaustic paint, and hopefully then started. So fingers crossed that's going to be the next video, and it should be the next video barring anything else comes up. So at any rate, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. If you have any comments or questions, I would love to hear from you. Let me know down there below in the comment section. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.